Hey, it's Ethan with ComTech. So today I wanted to go over our IT onboarding process here at ComTech. Now this is the abbreviated version. I will have an extended version. I'll have a link in the video here. So if you want to see all the steps in detail, then you can look at that video. But this video is going to be the very simplified version. So you may have seen a postcard like this or seen this picture where onboarding IT over to ComTech is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Accept the proposal, onboarding begins, and then enjoy your peace of mind. And a lot of our clients have already done this. But the trick here is your time investment is less than 3 hours. That is our typical time investment from clients that come on board. And a lot of people say, how is that possible? The last time we switched IT vendors, it was extremely painful. We had downtime that was unexpected. They didn't tell us that we were going to have downtime. And just overall, the communication from the new IT vendor was not good. That's the typical experience, unfortunately. Most people that come to us that become clients, they talk about these are the 3 things that are the most frustrating. We can't have downtime. We don't want our users to go through a lot of pain. And on top of that, we need to make sure we have good communication through the whole process so everyone knows what's happening. Well, we designed this system and we've tested it over the last 35 years, depending on when you're watching this video. But over the last 35 years, we've tested this and we've went through it hundreds, if not thousands of times. So again, this is the simplified video, but you're going to accept the proposal and you're going to choose a start date. Now that start date where we onboard, we actually only have a couple of options available every month because we want this entire process to be accomplished. We want to go through the whole thing. So we have to slow things down and make sure we can only onboard a few clients a month because we pay a lot of attention to detail. Once we do that, we have an internal kickoff meeting where the sales rep and the project manager, you're assigned a project manager for every onboarding. The sales rep and the project manager meet. They go over everything that you talked about with the sales rep. That way, when you get on the next meeting, which is the kickoff meeting here, when you get on that meeting, you're not having to repeat everything and say, I've already told the sales rep all of this. Why am I having to repeat myself? Our goal is that you don't have to do that. So in that meeting, we're going to make sure we give you a customized timeline and a customized onboarding plan with your project manager. And your project manager is going to stay with you through the entire process. So once you have that meeting, we talk about these are all the steps that we're about to go through. Then we do an onboarding date. Now, depending on where you're at or what the agreement says, typically we will come on site to your organization. We will walk around to all the users. We'll make sure our software is installed on your computers, your laptops, that sort of thing. We also go and document your entire network. We take pictures. We make sure that we get all the information that we can. That way, when you submit tickets, you or your users submit tickets, we know as much about your organization as possible so we can hit the ground running. Once that happens, help desk is engaged. So our help desk, they immediately become active and you guys can start submitting tickets. Another thing on that onboarding day, our techs meet with a lot of your users and they make sure they understand this is how you contact support, this is what to expect. Our typical response time is less than an hour. We go through all of this, again, communication overload, I would say. We try to over communicate because we want to make sure that everybody is on the same page through the whole process. Then finally, after the onboarding, you're going to have a meeting with your client success manager. Think account manager. When you have that meeting, we're going to go over all of this, how the process was, what are all the things that we found, what are all the things that we were able to fix immediately, how many tickets have you already submitted, how fast they were responded to. We'll also set up a schedule, whether it's quarterly or semi-annual or annual, depending on your business, where we set up meetings to go over, this is your licensing, this is your budgeting, these are the computers we need to replace. Do you have any projects? All of that sort of thing, it's all done here at the end. So with that, again, I went through a lot of that relatively quickly, but in that big slide, it has technically about 130 plus steps. Last time I counted, it was 130 plus steps, but hopefully you heard through this, we take 98% of those steps and we put them on us. We only have 2% for you, and it's very systematized, if that's a word, very systematized, and it's a process to go through the whole thing. The final thing I wanted to say is that 3 hours of time. A lot of people say, what does that look like? You said I was going to have to invest 3 hours of time to get the onboarding done. So that kickoff call that I talked about with your project manager, going over that custom onboarding plan, that is part of the time. Part of the time is the day of onboarding. Day of onboarding, typically it's not much. Most of the time for the office manager or owner, whoever it is, whoever our point of contact is, we show up and we say, okay, where is the network closet? Where is this? Where is this? So it's only a few minutes of time to say, here are the people you need to see. And then finally, that onboarding recap call. Again, we try to make this into a system and remove as much time from your plate as possible because we want to make it seamless. So it really is that simple as switching from 1, 2, 3. If you have any questions whatsoever, contact us, contact your sales rep if you're already working with a sales rep, or leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Have a great day.